This next tutorial where I'm going to show you how to set up the form that we'll use for the event logs. So I'm doing it through a website called emailmeform.com. So just type that in and you'll need to set up an account. So just sign up. It's pretty simple. Just I use my name and just make a password. You can change these later on, which is important so that next year that you can have your the next in line can go ahead and use the same account, but you can change the username for them, and you can change the emails later too. So just go ahead and I use my UFL. It's the easiest to do, and create an account, and then you're gonna log in. And so we'll go ahead and log in here. And you're going to start with My Forms. And here's the one I created already, but we're just going to go over and we're going to do Add Form. You don't want to do a template, so make sure you start with the form builder so you can make your own. Go ahead and click that. And so now you have complete all these cool options to do for these fields. I don't. There's some things you don't want. Since this is in Sakai where you already have a login, there's really no need for security features or anti-spam features. So we're gonna come down and turn that off. And you just click on your the entry line or the question line or whatever you have, and you have all these options for that line. So here you can title it, and you can add a description. Something like that. And then you also have all these other options. Instead of walking through every single thing here with you, I'll just show you how I did my other one. So we'll leave that. Edit. So here's what it looks like, and this is directly from what APHA's current guidelines for event reporting. So it's all of these categories right here. So these are all when you have an option, it's a single line text is what these are. The red dot indicates that I made it a required field, so I'll show you how to do that. So here's the title. I like using the confirmation so it shows you like it actually went through, so make sure that's on. And I turn anti-spam off. You can adjust where the send button is. I liked it better on the right. And all this is a cool option. You got to pay for it, so just leave that off. So we'll go to our first line, which is the actual event title. And basically, you just want to put this exact in the field because this will show up when you get emailed from this thing. So I made it required, so you want to check that. You want to make sure that everybody can see this field because that would be important. I think it defaults to a size limit of 30, but I just didn't mess with that. Now you have some options whether you just add another field, but I kind of like this duplicate feature, and then you just retitle it because most of these are all the same. So you can just hit duplicate, yeah, and then you just rename this one, blah blah blah. So that's pretty easy. So we'll just go through these all together. So there's activity, there's dates, all the settings are the same. Third category is locations. That's a typo. I should have only put one S there. Then promotional materials, target audience, faculty, additional pharmacists, chapter members, patients attended, services, public relations, if you held it in collaboration with anybody. Then this is a different type of field. This is, I think this is a drop-down field. What is it? It's drop-down. And that's what it would look like. And then you can just adjust it. So we'll get rid of that. And I'll show you what mine looks like. So I made it required, everyone, and then use placeholder. So that's what that means, please select, that's the placeholder. So it's like not selected until you change it. And then I just added previous initiative as one and new program as the other. And I centered it left. And now we get into like the little bit more intensive ones. So then the synopsis, this is, I think this is paragraph text. Yeah. So paragraph text, wish it said it on here, but anyways, so go ahead and put synopsis there, required, everyone. Then I think this is default, but if not, the columns is 60, rows is 10. And the range, this is going to be your word limit. So I did a range of at least one word and a maximum of 50 words. And just select that. And then I put a nice little description under it, so to remind everybody of why they would have problems if they don't follow these word limits. So just 50 word limit, and that's all you have to do for that one. This is another paragraph response that I just like. A lot of times people want to talk about their event, but they're so limited in the synopsis that they really can't express everything that happened. So this is an opportunity where you could really expand upon what happened, which would benefit us later when we go to do our essays and final write-ups for the chapter achievement reports. So I didn't put a min on this because it's not required. So that's a good point. Make sure that's unchecked. And this is the same. And then I put a max of 1,000 words. I mean, I don't want to read everything. So moving on down to, oh, this is a cool one. This is file upload. So if you want to attach a photo or a document or something straight to this that will send with the email, that's pretty cool. And that, let's see, add field, that is file upload. Very, very, very straightforward. Okay. So this is not required. This is for everyone. I didn't limit it at all. But what I did is I found that you're kind of limited. Actually, I think Sakai limits you more than this thing does. But you're limited to a couple megs, I think. So I did this, I added this description where you can, if your file size is too large, you can go to this website where I put the actual address right there, and it will optimize your photo and bring it down to a usable size. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. You can do that with within a minute. Turn that around.